Alright guys, welcome back to another new video. Today I've got something really different for you. I've been excited to make this video since I made the purchase. And as you can tell from the title of this video and what I've got in my hands, today I am going to be testing out the Polara Ultimate Straight hitting golf ball. You might have seen this golf ball being tested out by a couple of other YouTubers. Like for me, I watched Rick Shields' video. I'll link his video in the description down below for you to check out his review on these golf balls. But I wanted to test this out because the videos that I have seen, they're always tested out by, pro golfers, scratch golfers. And for equipment like this, like the Ultimate Straight hitting golf ball, I kind of think it defeats the purpose of a pro hitting it, like somebody who can hit the ball really well, really straight the majority of the time. And for someone like me, like a more average golfer, I've got a 13 handicap, I really feel like this, I don't know, it's getting a fair test when I'm using it, to say the least. But also, at the end of this video, I'm actually going to be giving away these golf balls. Hopefully, I'll still have the 3 at the end of this video. But yeah, just to say thanks for all the support on Facebook and YouTube. I want to give these away. I will have to let you know that these golf balls are technically illegal to use on the course, like in competitions and things like that. But just to test out and have a bit of fun with, when you enter and see what happens, you could win at the end of the day. But either way, if you want to try out your luck and win the giveaway and you want to test out this golf ball, then make sure to follow the instructions at the end of this video. But enough of that, let's test it out and see if these actually work. Right, so this is the moment of truth. I haven't had any warm-up, which should make this a lot more interesting, actually. I have actually got to line it up. It says on the box something like, line it up with your target and just let it rip, pretty much. I'm on the 12th hole. It's actually a really interesting hole to test this out on because it's out of bounds on the right, so that's a no-go area. And that tree on the left also, trouble there. So you want to be aiming in the middle of the tree line, to be honest. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to line this up, put it on the tee, line it up with my target and see what happens. So the way this works, apparently it says it's 75% correcting. Now, make of that what you will, but yeah, that could mean anything. I think it's safe to say that it's gonna help hooks and slices and stuff. Obviously, if I pull it or, push it out, I'm assuming it's not gonna do anything. That would be ridiculous if it did. What I am gonna be surprised with is if this actually draws or slices. So yeah, let's try it out. Okay, that was a bad strike by me. On to the next one. Okay, that was a really bad strike. It did go straight, but it went straight in the wrong direction. I felt like it hit that quite well. It went straight, but it went really low, and it kind of just dipped really quickly. I'm guessing the way it works with correcting the spin, it takes more off it. I mean, I could be wrong, and I could have hit a really terrible shot, but yeah, that was interesting. Got one more ball. Let's see what happens with this one. So I tell you what, that one was actually really straight. It did help that I actually hit off the middle. I mean, it was slightly toey still, but yeah, it just went really straight to where I started it, and I'm pretty impressed with that. That actually, well, we'll see how far it ended up, but I think that was actually a pretty decent shot, to be honest. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go down there, collect all the 3 balls, and test them out and see what happens when I hit some shorter irons in. So what I'm going to do now, I've actually made my way to the 14th hole at Llangollen. It's par 3, so yeah, I'm going to test out these golf balls with my 8 iron. It's 160 yards to that back pin. It's a little bit confusing actually, because this is the 8th green in front of me. I'm actually going over to the the one in the distance. But yeah, 160 yards to that pin. I don't know, I want to test these out, see if they actually go the full distance. I've got a feeling they probably don't, but let's see what happens anyway. Come on, strike it. So I've actually hit 3 really decent shots in there. The first 2 were not the best strikes, but they just went straight towards the green. I think 2 of them are on, 1's just off, but yeah, they seem to fly straight, to be honest. So I actually ended up hitting 2 really nice shots in here. One is literally about 10 foot away, pin eye. The other's just off the green there. And my final one was actually long. It must have bounced on this downslope because it almost went into that thick stuff there. So, and yeah, to be honest, I was actually really surprised at how far that last one actually flew. But yeah, some really nice shots in there, and those first 2 weren't my best strikes either, and that just flew straight to where I was aiming. But yeah, they're actually living up to the name, and I've hit some really nice shots in there. Right, so my final test, I'm gonna have a bit of fun. So what I've done is, I've adjusted my driver and I've put it on like the max fade setting. I've added 2 degrees aloft. So realistically what we should see is a massive, high slice. And what I'm gonna do to make this a fair test and see the comparison, I'm gonna use a regular night golf ball and obviously the Polara Ultimate Straight and see what happens with both. If this Polara goes straight, I'm going to be massively impressed, but let's see what happens. Well, would you look at that? This is where the Nike ball has ended up, way back here, right hand side of the fairway, and the Polara is all the way over there. Just see it there in the center of the screen, right in the middle of the fairway. Like, that has gone, I know it's landed in the fairway, but that has gone a lot further and it's a lot straighter. So I am really impressed by that. Well, I think it's safe to say you can't get much more straight and central than that shot there. So there we go. I think it's safe to say that the Polara Ultimate Straight and golf ball definitely lives up to the name. Like, I've been really impressed by that, because just going off those last 2 shots, like, I've hit relatively similar shots there. The first one has gone offline by about 20 yards and it's obviously got caught up in those trees. It's a lot shorter, and this last one with the Polara, it might have gone, well, it's obviously perfect now, but it might have gone like 5 yards offline, but it's just ended up being perfect. And yeah, it's just crazy, and it's gone a long way too, so I'm really impressed by that. But yeah, there we go. That kind of wraps up and concludes my video testing out the Polara golf ball. Like I said, it definitely does work, and if you want to try it out for yourself and you're watching this on YouTube right now, I'm going to be hosting the giveaway on my Facebook page. I'll post a link to that in the description down below, so definitely check that out. But yeah, that's pretty much it, and I will see you all next time. Bye.